Hello. We are going through a tremendous crisis which clearly has enhanced more panic, fear, anxiety, and uncertainty for the future in our society. You certainly have been asking yourself the questions which I've been asking myself for the past couple of weeks. For example, what are the biggest threats? What are the biggest opportunities? And what are the biggest takeaways? Well, if that's the case, then you are definitely at the right place and at the right moment watching this video. I am Chomdik Fatwell, an inspirational speaker, a master of ceremony, as well as an event presenter. From the 1st of June to the 27th of June, I'll be interviewing a good list of interesting and amazing speakers and entrepreneurs, and also leaders from 50 different nations on one platform. These leaders and speakers actually are active in different domains of expertise, and together we're going to try to answer the questions which were placed earlier on. Social, economic, as well as cultural aspects will be talked about during these discussions. This is going to be on a Facebook live session of the Speakers Arena. We'll be interviewing this list of entrepreneurs, and all together we're going to have an amazing time exchanging ideas, thoughts, and beliefs. These people are going to share their experience, and together we will try to sort out what the best idea is. So, till then, stay safe, stay healthy, and see you on the 1st of June. Goodbye.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to my two special guests. Good evening, Michelle. Good evening, Arno.
Hello. Good evening. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are again, another Monday, the first day of the week. And here we are, as promised, another special day for the Speakers Arena live sessions. Today I have two amazing guests. My first guest is nobody else than Michelle Davis, who is a medical doctor, but also an amazing businesswoman who is going to talk about her actual business as a medical expert, but also her experience for the medical field, where she's been active for the past couple of years. And thereafter, I will be with nobody else than Mr. Arno Müller, who is as well a businessman, but also a speaker, a writer, and a book expert. With these two guests, I'm going to try to get the best ideas possible. And I can assure you we're going to have an amazing time talking about beliefs, thoughts, motivation, inspiration, and empowerment. So I invite you to do two things which we always ask. Share the share the live session, like the video, but also you can comment, share what you think, and ask questions during the live. So, I hope you're excited, because I am more than excited, and I'm burning for knowledge and exchange with my two guests. I will start with Michelle, as announced earlier on, and thereafter I'm going to be with Arno. So Arno, I will plead with you to just wait a couple of minutes, 30 minutes, and we're going to be back at 7:30.
Thank you very much. I will be there.
Great. See you in a couple of minutes, Arno. So, Michelle, here we are at the live of the Speakers Arena. Good evening once more.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the invitation.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. It's all my pleasure. It's the pleasure of the Speakers Arena, and we are honored to have you here. So, Michelle Davis, I think we discussed yesterday about several things, and I happen to know you personally, and I admire your personality, but I think the public is very curious to know who is this beautiful, smiling woman standing before us. Can you tell us more about yourself?
Yes, I would love to. So, as you already heard, my name is Michelle Davis, and I'm a medical doctor and vitality strategist, as well as a speaker and an author. And I came from the classic medicine, and then I went through own health issues and to the holistic medicine. And that's how I really started to develop a whole new content on how to boost your vitality so you can keep your beauty and power.
Wow, interesting. So from what I get, you were actually in the mainstream medical field, but you decided somehow to switch, right? To leave the conventional medical, I mean, not completely leave, but you decided to switch somehow from the conventional medical system, right?
Yes, it's I don't really left it. It's a combination. It's like it's
Okay.
called integrative medicine, and you have the classic medicine because, for example, if you have like an emergency, then you have to take the acute medicine, which helps in that moment. But for chronic diseases, I experienced that different tools are working much better. And through all the last years, I developed more and more knowledge and could see how my patients were recovering much better with those tools, and especially in the field of nutrition, mindset. So it's body, mind, and soul, what you combine, which is so important because often in the classical medicine, we just have symptom, pill, next one. And this is what I don't like. That's what I experience. I don't want to work like this. I really want to go into deep. I really want to go to the root cause, what a person experiences, and really see what's going on. And it's also about what's going on in their lives. It's like, for example, if they have like maybe going through a divorce or having a lot of stress at work or so many things, because this also affects your health. Because the more stress you have and the more anxiety you have, for example, now what we are experiencing now in the world, many people are in fear. And that causes a lot of cortisol going up. That's the stress hormone, which lowers your immune system. And that's why I really help also people to get in a better mindset, that they to get new techniques, how to really get back in their balance, get back in their vitality on a holistic level. So it's body, mind, and soul combined. That's so important because in classic medicine, we have more like symptom treating. I wouldn't say that every doctor is like that. That's not true. But many doctors started to develop more and more also the ancient wisdom, like Ayurvedic medicine, Chinese medicine, to put them in their way of treating people. And that's very good because I think this is really the future. That's really absolutely, we need both.
Wow.
Because if
Amazing.
somebody broke an ankle, you have to operate, so we need both.
One of the things which I really admire about what you're talking about, which is the new era where you actually are more active, is the fact that you, as you said, it's all about the body, the mind, and the spirit. The three actually contribute to the well-being of every human being. And I think it's a very, very huge combination out there. But let's get back to the motivation. Why did you decide to do that? Why this switch at this moment?
Yeah, that's due to my personal story. I had a paralysis in my leg, and in classic medicine, they couldn't find any evidence why I had this paralysis. I was training and I thought, okay, first it must have been prolapse. And no, it wasn't. The nerve was, the electricity of the nerve was working properly. It was fine. There was nothing blocked. There was nothing like that. And they couldn't find any evidence. They checked me on so many things. I had so many scans and everything. They couldn't find anything. And then I was going from doctor to doctor and researching myself. And then I went to a naturopath because then I thought, why not? And then this journey started more and more, even though I already did some Chinese medicine in med school because I was interested in that. And then I went there, and through acupuncture, it got better, but it wasn't gone completely. And then about 6 years ago, I got to know a volcanic powder. It's called zeolite cleanup tellurite, which is detoxing the body of heavy metals, pesticides, and microplastic. And I took that, and after 2.5 weeks, the rest of my paralysis in my foot was gone. And then
2.5 weeks.
Yeah, 2.5 weeks. I just had the other thing was gone already through the acupuncture and movement, but so the nerve was maybe just irritated. But then I took that, and then I started researching, and then I started connecting the dots, and then I got more and more into deep about healthy nutrition, supplements, and all that. Because during my time as a surgeon, I didn't really have the chance often to eat properly, or I had 24-hour shifts or 36-hour shifts without sleep and just working like hell. And that affected my body and also my health. And so I really found out a way for myself to get back into balance, because I used to do during med school, I used to do a lot of yoga and everything and meditation. And then during my surgery time, I didn't really have much time to do anything. I was just, when I came home, I was like, dead woman sleeping. And that was it. I was so done. And even though I did sport and everything, but I couldn't really keep my balance due to this. And then I started to change and shift, and I went to a private clinic. And after that, then I started to develop all with different educations. And I also did an education as a theta healing practitioner, which goes really onto the soul level. And through this, when I had another accident, I was riding my mountain bike and I had an accident there, and I torn a ligament or ruptured a ligament here partially in my hand. And I had so much pain, and I was at this event in Salzburg. And Baiana Steibel, who created this healing method, theta healing, she said she did a complete exercise with the whole audience. And she said, just imagine you want to have something healed in your body. And I imagined to have this healed. And I had so much pain in the morning. And then she did this exercise. And 10 minutes later, I had no pain. It was gone. That was the next thing. And I started to go more and more into different fields, also more into quantum physics, like with Joe Dispenza and other doctors who were working on that field. And I was really interested about also monks. They did PET scans on monks and how the brain functioned. They could really put their brain on zero, no function in their meditation. And normally would say this person is dead, but the person is not dead. But they could go in such a deep trance state, which you can see in the scans. And then I was more and more fascinated about those things, and I'm still somehow learning about it. But I'm also integrating many things already in my toolbox. Yeah.
Wow. So it's like a personal story which you have, and it's a combination of your personal experience, but also of your personal research and your personal initiatives to go search for the truth, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Wow, that's really inspiring. That's really inspiring. But something which I'm really interested to know from these is, do you think from what you've learned, it is actually necessary to have personal engagement in the way we manage our health? Because most of the time we just trust the system. We trust the medical doctors, the statistics. We've been in a crisis and we just trust the news and everything. What do you think about taking personal perspective for our health and for our care?
Absolutely important. It's really about self-responsibility. And because I also learned things which I now don't believe anymore in medical school. Mm-hmm. And there's really evidence also about it that it's not true. And and I learned especially we never learned anything about healthy nutrition, really. It was really this old pyramid, and you have like carbohydrates and fats and all that. This is old fashioned. That doesn't work. Mm-hmm. And now we have like this amazing DNA test, it's nutrigenetic test, where you can really see how individually you should element yourself. And it's always on the individual basis. And you can really, with this, you can make, you can really see what you have to eat, what's not good for your body. And it's very individual, because it can be that maybe for one person, apples are super, and for the other person, apples are not good. Mm-hmm. And with this test, you can see that. And the good thing is if for example, you as a patient, you have this DNA test, you have a 200-page printout, and you can see what you can eat, and you can see, okay, what would I do? And then it goes further. You have to know where to buy and what to buy, because we have so many toxins in our environment. We have pesticides, microplastic already in the intestine. It's already proven we have microplastic in the intestine, and we have also heavy metals in our intestine. Mm-hmm. And all that, and that's because we take it in daily through air, through water, and through food. And that's the problem. That's why we also have to detox our body. And there are so great tools out there with how you can detox your body. And what I teach normally my patients is that it is a combination to be completely vital about having the DNA blueprint, having those detoxing methods, having also energetic water, clean and energetic water, because in our tap water, for example, we have a lot of toxins as well in there. We even have medication in there. We have like antibiotics in there. We have anti-baby pill in there and stuff like that, which affect our body and our hormone system. And especially if somebody was treated a lot with antibiotics, his whole intestine is ruined. So he has to reestablish his microbiome. Those are the good bacteria in your intestine to get back in your health, because your intestine is building hormones and enzymes. When I got to know the detoxing method Cellulite, I got rid of my lactose intolerance. It was gone. After 3 months taking that, it was gone. And since then, I don't have anything because I take it daily. And because my enzymes are working properly, my cells are working properly again. And there are so many tools on top what you can do. And then also it is important that you have vital vessels.
Mhm.
Your blood has to be in a good flow. And there's a medical product which is amazing. And even the NAS is in cooperation with this product. And you can, it's based on magnetic field therapy, but that's the origin. But it was developed through a professor in Berlin further. So, and if you do that daily, 8 minutes in the morning, 8 minutes in the evening, you're improving your oxygen in your body. You're lowering your silent inflammations in your body. That because it's based on the microcirculation. That means that the tiniest vessels in your body are affected mainly from inflammations because of those toxins. And through this technology, you can help your body to detox better again. And then also it's very important, this one, the mindset. So important, as I just said before, if you have a lot of stress, if you have a lot of things going on in your life and you don't find the balance, you don't sleep properly and things like that, because you're totally worried. Maybe nowadays what's happening now in the world, you're totally worried about maybe having a job tomorrow or not a job, or maybe having food on the table, because this is really real for many people at the moment. That can cause a lot of stress and anxiety. And there it's very important, very, very important that you find ways to at least laugh once a day, because laughing once a day helps you to extend your life many, many years. And that's very important. And I always say laughing is the best medicine. And yeah.
I believe that as well. I believe it as well. I do believe it.
Yeah.
I share a belief with you.
You should have seen me when in my earlier years, I was always laughing a lot. I'm a little less now, but I still love it.
I mean, even today when we're discussing, I mean, I was always remarking the laughter, always being positive and smiling. I loved it. It's amazing.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's very important. It's very important to have a positive attitude in life. And I know something it's challenging. And I also have my down days. Everybody has that. Everybody has that. But it's important that you have like techniques to get out of it fast. And this is what I also help people on. That we really look what's going on in life, and then we look on solutions, what you can do in your life. And I also sometimes need support. I also sometimes need a help. And I also have my coaches who help me on things, because it's important that you have people who support you, that you have a social environment, because it's really, really important that you, if you need help, ask for help. It's not bad to do that. It's really, really important. And many people are shy to do it because they think, oh, I'm not good enough. I can't do this. No, absolutely not. It is important. And I'm doing it myself, because sometimes I'm also like, it's too much, or I don't know how to do something because I never did that, because it's maybe something technical, or so I have to ask for help and to get a few steps further. And that's all about growth. It's about growing yourself, growing your mindset, growing your body, your vitality. And I think that's the important thing, what I want to really share with you here.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I mean, I can remark from what you say that it's actually a combination of, as I said earlier on, your experience, your researches, what you've observed, and that's actually very, very inspiring. Just let me have a little exchange with the audience again, so we can attract more people into the live. So here are we, ladies and gentlemen. I can see there are many people connected right now. We have Martina Haller, who is here giving us some positive vibes. A big shout out to you, Martina Haller. Let me show some of her comments. She actually has very, very positive comments here. Oh, thank you very much, Martina. She writes, thank you for Pano Chongi. Thank you for all the great diamond speakers from the Speakers Arena. Thank you, Martina. Well, we have amazing people exchanging amazing experiences, and it's just fabulous what we're going through here. And right now, I'm having another interesting time with Dr. Michelle, because I'm going to call her doctor right now, because from what I hear, she isn't anybody. She's a doctor. Come on, man. So, Michelle, we'll talk. So, you're talking about the immune system. So, talking about the coaching which you offer, right? You said it's very personalized.
Yes.
But are there maybe some criteria which define the way you actually go about coaching people, or is just about having an appointment and according to what you have a situation, getting the right, the right orientation? Or is there a scheme which you follow? How do you go about doing that?
It has two sides. It can be just like a one-on-one consultation, normally in a practice, or also I also visit people if they can't maybe move at the moment or something like that. It's also possible. But there are two different things. So you have the one-on-one, or you have like in how to say it, you have like a program. You can do a program where because it depends what you have. First, it will be always the one-on-one, because I need really to have a big anamnesis to see what's going on in your life, what kind of health issues you have, what kind of chronic symptoms you have, and all that. And then we have to do some tests. And one would be the DNA test if you want to do that. The second would be a special blood test. And then we go from there. And then I also will check on your toxins in your body. There's also what I can do. And then I go from there. And then we can see how we go along. And then there are different programs I offer that I can help people in different areas. For example, if they want to lose weight, or if they want to feel more fit, or if they're very tired, or whatever it is. And it's really important for me to look at it on an individual basis. And that's why I really want to take the time, if somebody books an appointment, to really look into deep what's going on in their lives. Because we need the whole picture. And then we are going to establish a strategy together, which is doable for the work, with kids, with everything what's going around in your life, because that's always important. Because if you are totally stressed and I have to do this and this exercise and this, and then you have a lot of more stress, that is happening. So we are really taking slow and step by step, that you really have a good feeling that you can grow, and then you learn also what you can do on your own. And then that's how I prefer to work with the people. Yeah. So we have an individual solution.
So, ladies and gentlemen, for everyone who's actually watching this live, directly after our interaction, Dr. Michelle and I would just display her contact details, so you can actually get in touch personally with her. But also, Dr. Michelle Davis is present on different platforms, right? I think you're on Facebook, you're on Instagram. Are you on YouTube as well?
No, not yet.
Okay.
It's on the plan.
That's very important.
So that's on the plan.
Yeah, think about it. I was actually having Eugenia on Saturday, and we talked about online presence. And she said it is very, very important to have your audience on each possible platform, because some people have affinity to certain platforms, and you can actually get everybody on one platform. You just got to have a distribution where you could actually touch each and every person possible. So just a little highlight about that.
It's good, yeah. I'm on it.
That's great.
Yes.
That's great, Michelle. You just see, just the laughter, just the laughter. It's amazing.
Thank you very much.
So,
yes, and I will, as you just said, I will put a link underneath the video. So if you would like to have an individual appointment with me, then you can have my Calendly, and then you can book an appointment, and then we can have a one-on-one talk about any topic you have, any issues you have, and then we see if it works together, if you have trust to me. And I think it's always good to get to know each other first, if it works with each other, and then if fine, yes, then we go along, and I'm happy to have you as a patient and in my group.
Definitely. And from what I heard, actually, I think anybody who actually wants to have a fluid life, be it, as you said, with the body, the spirit, or the mind, the person has to actually no choice than to get in touch with you. I think that's actually the next step to take for everyone wanting to better his life. But as I said, I'm going to show the contact details for Michelle Davis. But as she also said, she's going to send the link for every person interested to booking an appointment with her. But nonetheless, something really huge is coming up next year, the Speakers Arena, on this 27th of March 2021. If you actually want to meet Michelle one-on-one, or you want to hear her inspiring speech, how she empowers the world and how she shares her ideas, then you got to be there on the 27th of March, isn't it, Michelle?
Yes, I'm really looking forward to it. I had a
Definitely.
little crying eye this year that it wasn't happening, but well, next year.
We all cried, we all had some, we had a very sad night, the night we know we heard about that, but, as Miranda always says, everything happens for a reason. She always tells me that. So I think
Yeah, I'm
that's a good
thinking the same.
conclusion
Everything
about it.
happened. Yeah, I'm thinking the same. Everything happened for a reason, and you never know for what it was good, and so that's it is, and we go with the flow.
Absolutely, absolutely. So,
Yeah.
how was it last year? Tell us about your experience last year at the Speakers Arena. How did you find it?
It was great. I really enjoyed it, and were really amazing speakers on stage, as you as well. Yeah, you were also on stage. Martina was on stage, and so many great people on stage. Many I knew, and it was really inspiring to see that. And it was really funny when Miranda asked, "Who wants to be there next year?" I ran on stage. I said, "Yes, I want to be there."
Oh, yeah, I remember. That was really very exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, and also Claudia, I wanted to thank her also because she made a really nice post for tonight, and she was also on stage, and thank you for that as well. She was really great with her speech.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you all know Dr. Michelle is going to be present on the 27th of March, 2021. And therefore, you all are invited to be there as well. Meistersingerhalle is going to be in Nürnberg. And if you want to meet her personally, you actually meet her, but also a long list of amazing speakers from all around the world. Actually book your ticket online on Eventbrite, but you can actually find as well the information on the website of the Speakers Arena, www.thespeakersarena.com. So, I wouldn't leave our discussion without asking you a special question, Michelle. What would be your personal message to us all who are actually dying to have more inspiration, more empowerment, and more positivity?
I love the quote, "Smile and the world smiles back." So this is one thing. And as you do, you also take responsibility for your life. And I think it's important that you take responsibility for yourself, for your health, for your mindset, for your attitude, how you are speaking to the world. And I think that's very, very important because everything you think is your thought. Everything you choose is your choice. So it's very important that you really be aware of this and that you also spread your inner light to the world, because you can really send the light to the world. Every message you have, every gift you have inside, just let it out. And that's very important that you inspire other people, speak up when things are not wrong, when things are wrong and you think it's not okay what somebody does, and really be conscious with everybody else around you, be kind. And that's what I really want to give to the world, because it's very important at the moment that we are helping each other, that we are really supporting each other in the world and are kind to each other, because love defeats any enemy in this world.
Wow, I love the last sentence. Love defeats every enemy in this world. So inspiring. Before we leave, Michelle, let me show the banner with information concerning you. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is the company which Michelle actually leads, all in for healing. It's all vital beauty power. If you wish to get in touch with Michelle, then you can take everything on the Facebook page, Michelle Davis, or you can actually check her content on Instagram, Vital Beauty Power. Or if you really want to book an appointment or get in touch with Dr. Michelle Davis, then you can write her an email on contact@vitalbeautypower.com. Those are the means of communication which Michelle has, and she is eager to help to serve her mission, and we'll be happy to receive your mail or your text. So,
Thank you.
I am 1,000 times grateful for you taking your time being with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having me. And thank you to Miranda for this vision she has. And thank you for everybody who joined now and who's watching the replay. And now I'm happy to listen to Arno. Thank you for your panel. Thank you.
Great. Amazing. So, Michelle, we meet latest on the 27th of March, right?
Latest, really latest. I guess
that's the worst case. That's the worst case, which means eventually before. Okay, I wish you a great evening and a great start of the week as well.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as you just saw, we had an amazing exchange with Dr. Michelle talking about health, about business, about immunity against the diseases which actually are viral out there. And my next guest is nobody else than a special person who is Arno Müller. Good evening, Arno.
Hello, good evening, Fanuel. Nice to meet you again. And good evening to all people in the audience. I'm very pleased to be here today. Thanks a lot.
The pleasure is shared. Thanks for being here as well, Arno. It's a pleasure, but also an honor for us to have you and to be able to share from your expertise and from the domain of activity. So, Arno, as I told Dr. Michelle earlier on, I know you also a little bit from our discussions, from our meetings, but I would love you to introduce yourself to our amazing audience.
Yeah, first of all, I really want to say thank you to Michelle, because what she just gave, the knowledge she gave as a medical doctor, it was just amazing. Because normally such stuff you don't hear from many doctors. And I'm very happy and glad to hear. Okay, I just want to say thank you for that. And okay, about myself, I'm an entrepreneur and a business owner, and I do business since more than 30 years, I can say. Yeah, and I'm an expert in the media business, especially for media manufacturing. So that means I produce CDs, DVDs before, like really with facility, with an industrial company. And I had customers like DHL, Lufthansa, Allianz, Dresdner Bank. So different, the who is who of the top business companies were my clients before. But unfortunately, I had a problem, something like that. So it was 2003, I lost everything, and I restarted again the business with a lack of 60,000 minus. And yeah, so sometimes people ask me, how did you do that? And I'm very happy if somebody asks me to explain a bit, because especially at these days, many people are in a situation about Corona, the business is going down, and they think there will not be a tomorrow, they don't know how to continue. And let me tell you, there's always a way to continue, and every problem have also an opportunity inside. And so what I recommend, if you are facing a lot of problem, change the way of watching to the problem you have, and maybe you find a solution for your problem and have made a solution for problems of many others. And that could be an amazing new business, just to give you an idea. Wow. So it was 2003, as I said, and I had money at all, minus 60,000 account. You can't just make big steps. And people are asking me why you are still happy, and they expect me to be completely broke, not only money broke, mentally broke. And I was still laughing, and they ask, are you crazy or something like that? I say, no, what I lost, it was just money. But I know how to get money back because I have the knowledge inside me. So one of the things I really recommend everybody during crisis times like Corona, learn whatever you can do, because the knowledge you have once in your head will last forever. So if you lose everything like money or whatever, your knowledge will be still there, and you can redevelop everything what you lost easily. Yeah, that is one of the biggest messages I can give for today, and especially in time of crisis.
Yeah,
Yes,
I mean,
so many opportunities.
I'm laughing because it's really impressing the way you profited from your introduction and gave so much inspiration and empowerment. You didn't just focus on you focus actually on what you can give out there. And this is something which I really appreciate from you, Arno. And thank you again for the positive vibes. Thank you for the beautiful comments. Thank you for the empowerment and for the motivation which you give us. But let's dive into something more practical, Arno. You said you're an expert in media production, right? Tell us more about what you do presently as Media Respect. Do you actually produce people? Do you sell? I don't know, people. Do you help people in your branding, your exposure? What precisely do you do from your business perspective?
Okay, I didn't hear the very first part of the question, but I think I got enough to answer.
Yeah.
I'm a specialist in the book business, especially for speakers, trainers, and experts, and mainly in the field of free plus shipping. So for people who not aware about that free plus shipping, I'm going to explain that shortly. It is the way to distribute a book with a lot of knowledge as a gift for free, and you will, as a customer, you just pay the money for transportation. So that is a very good business for a lot of speakers, because they give out their knowledge for free and they're getting contacts. It's a win-win situation, because books, like you pay €6 maybe for transportation only, have a value sometimes more than 30, sometimes €50. Yeah, and that is an amazing thing. And that in this field, I'm one of the leading experts in Germany, and I work with so many very known clients in Germany together. And okay, here now in an English-speaking community, but for maybe the people who are aware of the German market, I may show some examples of what I did, for example.
Go ahead.
Okay. I just, for example, this is a bestseller book by Jürgen Höller, one of the leading speakers.
Oh, Jürgen Höller.
Here is,
wow.
Yeah, here, for example, Marc Galal. Let me see, one of our latest. This is Jörg Löhr, and we are doing a lot of stuff like this. And what we have is a complete service from the beginning, like maybe Fanuel, let's take you as an example, as we are sitting each other in front of each other. So I want to have a book maybe, and I'm going to ask you, where are you so far? Did you start writing already? And you may probably say, yes, I have written something already, but I need maybe some help about the spelling, scripting, grammar, maybe to make more effect in the story or whatever. So we can do that. We can later lay out, print, and help distributing the book in a very complete way, because we cover all the services. And actually, we are also expanding in the international market. So that's why Speakers Arena as an English-speaking platform is a very good approach for me to offer my services. And yeah, go. You just feel free and ask whatever you think you can like to ask.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you were talking about the fact that actually there is the business in which you actually engaged is the printing business. But my question was, as you said, the first question which always comes up is whether something has already been written or not. My question will be, what is the best process for me having the content in mind, but not knowing how to go about maybe writing it or maybe doing something about it, share it to the world? Is there something with you personally which will advise anyone having stuff to share, but not knowing how to go about it?
Of course. Okay, to write a book is very good in the beginning. And I usually speak about 3 different kind of books, and I not mean soft cover, hard cover, and brochure or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean is maybe the first book what you need is an expert book. An expert book does not need too much pages, just maybe 80 to 120 pages, and is just covering one special topic in the field where are you the expert. So it must address a bright community, a wide community. So many people maybe are interested in that topic, and you have the special knowledge, and that could be a very good expert book. So this book you use in a special way. You going to replace your business card with that book. So every time, normally, if you give a business card, instead of giving the business card, you are going to give this book. So what you will need to do that, the book must be very price reasonable to use. So we can help you to find the right way. So because the Americans call it the $5 business card. And I think $5 is much too much. So we can do much less than this. And what does this book do? Immediately, it gives you a post in society to a higher level, because only experts are writing books. Nobody is going to ask you ever again whether you are really an expert in that business you are doing or not. They are not asking for qualification. Once you are an author of a book, you are completely accepted as an expert. That is one of the things. And so if you are going to position your brand, a book is a very helpful tool to do that. And it can give you so much acceptance in the market, especially in the field of expert state. And it can also be used, for example, if you are doing seminars or something like that. You can use it as a giveaway for communities, or you can make price negotiating about seminar cost. Maybe you have a daily cost, like, for example, you want 3,500 for a day, and your contract partner say, I have only 2,500 in as a budget for the seminar. Then you ask, but do you have a budget maybe for educational books or something like that for your workers? And then he said, yeah, we have that. Then you can say, okay, so we use 2,500 from the budget of the seminar, and we're using maybe 1,000 for the books, and you give them the books for free, and you get exactly what you're asking for. Yeah, this is tricks, with a book you can do a lot of progress in a different kind of way. Yeah, and we can talk about it very long, if you like.
That's interesting. That's really interesting. So I think I asked you this question yesterday as well. Must there be a kind of, I don't know how to call it, must there be a particular process which you've got to follow in order to expose your content? Because the point is, for example, sometimes there is a story which you have. The story is in your mind. It might be your story. It might be a story of somebody else which you know, but you are not so sure is going to be useful for the marketplace, firstly. But most secondly, you don't really know whether it's possible how it is possible to expose it out there. There are different means of exposure out there. There's actually, I think, the movie. There is actually the as you said, the book writing. And so the question which I actually asked myself is, how do I qualify or disqualify a content which I have in my mind, which I want to share out there? And how do I determine the best means of exposing it out there? Do you think everything actually corresponds, or everything could be written about? Or do you think writing is just for some particular topics actually, and some other topics are not actually good for writing, in your opinion as an expert?
Okay, as I said before, I'm a specialist for speakers, trainers, and experts.
Okay.
But you know, as it sounds so limited, it isn't, because there's a wide range of that. You know, you can be, for example, you can have a book about sales, how to get sales expert, or like, for example, Michelle, you can be a doctor about medication. How can I treat myself with alternate medication? And there's so many different kind of levels what we can do. For example, we also have books about online marketing or affiliate marketing, network marketing. There's so many different. It must be especially your field where you are home, where you are the expert. So if you have a lot of mind in your head, you need to structure it. And here is one of my most important hints. Start with the inventory of the book first. Just write all the topics what you think must be in the book. Later, you are going to fill the gaps. Yeah? You don't need to have all the chapters written already. You just need a structure of the book first, and you are going to write that. And then you fill it with, we fill it with life. You bring in the content. Yeah, that is very, very powerful.
Necessary.
And if in case, for example, you are not able to do it because maybe you have a lack of time, or sometimes people are afraid of writing it themselves, we also can support you with interview points, and they are going to do a process with you. They are going to collect your information from you, and they are going to write the inventory for you and helping you getting start. You know, we can call it co-writing. Yeah, we have co-writers for that situations.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So talking about your business, I will just shortly show the picture of your company, so people actually can get in touch with you personally. And you didn't say some words about world distribution. I prefer you do it because you're the expert and you probably have better words for your company.
Okay. Yeah, as I said, One World is the company One World. The idea was a long time ago. It was founded originally in the music business, and actually we are, as I said, specialized in the book business. And here you just see 4 examples of some books we produced recently. And what we do here is we making, for example, the lecturing. We are making the designs for some of them, the printing, and especially the distribution. One thing is we get a lot of customers according to personal approach of myself to the clients and by recommendation. So what actually we are not having a website on our service, but we are working with many of the leaders in the book business, in the speaker scene. Yeah, as you can see here, for example, Jörg Böhr, or Mike Hager, or Marcel Knopf, for example, very good names in our business. And to get in touch with me, the best way is contact me through Facebook or contact me through Instagram. We are going to set up a new website very soon, which is going to show all our services. At the moment, we are having so much work to do already that we are not putting our focus on the website. Yeah, because we are in the luck that the clients come to us without making advertisement. Yeah, that means, and to give you a learning out of that is, in kind of business, make it so attractive, offer services, offer service solutions, I can say, not offer products, offer complete solutions, because our clients, they know when they come to us, we are going to cover everything what they need. and they have already the experience in the market. They heard about us, and they know when they come, we are offering something like done for you, and they don't get much headache if they are coming to us, because the names are already client company. Whether we have a website for that or not, that is very funny. Yeah, but maybe this also can empower everybody to not be afraid of big names as a customer, because it's always possible to get big customers once you are good and once you are the expert in the business where you are. That's all. You don't need the perfect business card. You don't need the perfect website, but you yourself, you must be perfect.
That's a good say. And I think most of the time, and this is an issue which I have with networking sometimes, because we sometimes work really hard to have the right network and to have the right people and to maybe have the right branding, but we don't really take care to have the right content and to be actually good at what we do. And I like what you say when you say, as long as you are good, even if you don't have a website, even if you don't have the perfect branding system, just make sure you're good at what you do and make sure you get out there, and then you will find the right people, right?
Yes. It's all a question about trust. People need to trust you. So you can be your personal brand, you as a person, because when people are asking you about your profession and your services, you can speak good and you can explain good and you can answer all questions good, and you have maybe clients with experience you can show and present as a referral, then you are almost on the winner's side. And it is not so difficult. And one really good advice is, if you are going to focus big people, talk to them normal. Yeah, don't make yourself smaller. No, approach them on the same level as they are. Don't make yourself smaller because maybe your business is not big known like their company. No? When I had my facility according to CD-ROM manufacturing, they come to us because they heard we are good. Siemens come to us because they heard we are good. We had a website, but not something special that time. But you see, big brands come if you are having a name to be good in what you are doing. Yeah. So that was in the CD and DVD manufacturing side. So the same in the book business is always the same.
Okay, I know. I hope I didn't interrupt you.
It's always the same. No. Everything was good. I was thinking there was a lack in there was a gap in the broadcast, but it's okay.
Okay. Do you get it perfectly?
Yes.
Great.
Yes, very good. I hear you.
So, I just wanted to announce to everyone wishing to join or to contact Arno personally, you can write him an email at the email address you just see beneath, Arno at oneslideword.de. He's actually available. You can send him an email for every business opportunity which you have. If you want to write a book and you don't know what you're going to say or how you're going to go about it, you can contact him for personal advice and for expert consultation. And if you wish to know him personally, as you saw just before, company is One World Distribution. Really get in touch with him to know more about their services, their work. So, Arno said, I guess you also be at the Speakers Arena 2021, right?
Yes, of course, I will be. I will be there, and I'm very glad to be there.
I am so glad I'm going to meet you personally.
Same with me.
That's amazing. And you know, go ahead.
I hope many people who are online right now, if you not book your ticket, I hope I will see you over there, because we are going to have an amazing time. I'm sure about that. And I'm going to answer all your questions there.
Oh, he's going to answer all your questions.
And I will be there available for all 2 days. Can you repeat it again, please? There was
I just announced, I just repeated what you said, because you said you were going to answer to all the questions without exception. So I repeated what you said.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
okay, yeah, good, very good. Yeah, I mean it. So
you can go ahead.
Okay, can you? Okay. Yeah, I think one of the very most important messages I have is to empower people, and especially at these days, we have so much problems. We heard about the Corona problem, and one of my things, what, to be honest, is I'm very unhappy about what happened to George Floyd and that other guy who was shot by the police. And I think meeting Speakers Arena, where we are having an exchange, not only about knowledge, we have an exchange of culture as well, because we have international speakers from so many different countries. And it is, for me, I really appreciate to be there. It's an honor to be there, because we are living all in the same world. Once, when I created the brand One World, my idea was that we are all living in one world. So to empower people from everywhere in the world, that is good. And I know my story can empower people, because I lost everything. And when I start again, I started with minus 60,000, which is much less than zero. But it is possible. Where you come from, wherever you are getting, wherever you come from, and whatever you want to reach, it is possible to get things through and to reach this. And I'm going to empower people. My speech will be about personal empowerment. Yeah, I think that is what I'm going to do at Speakers Arena.
Impressive. Thank you very much, Arno. I mean, I don't know whether some people are still thinking about coming on the 27th of March, because it's definitely going to be an amazing time. Therefore, everybody should be there. Everybody watching this live, you should be there. Believe me. I mean, just look at what Arno said. It's just mind-blowing. We're in a time where we need empowerment. We need empowerment, positive thinking. We need inspiration. We need positive words, and therefore you all ought to be there. There are going to be more than 50 speakers from 50 different nations, all in one hall, exchanging the same idea, one vision, which is empowerment and inspiration. So I don't know. I'm really thankful that you were able to make it. It was an amazing time exchanging with you on your business, on your personal life, on your story, and also on the Speakers Arena.
Yes, thanks. You are a great host, Fanuel. Really enjoy our conversations and as we get to know yesterday. I'm very much interested to know you personally, the same as all the other people right now at Facebook. And yeah, I'm so excited. It will be good. I was very unhappy that the event could not take place this year.
Yeah,
that's
I was talking about it with Michelle a couple of hours ago. I was saying we had a shed of tear because the Speakers Arena was postponed, you know. But as I said, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, of course. And as Fanuel said, everybody who wants some help, especially on books, but maybe if you have questions about how to leave a bad situation as well, you can contact. I'm ready to give my time for everybody who's here right now.
Great.
Wherever you come from, and yeah,
and your short Facebook and Instagram page for those who are interested in getting in touch with you.
Yes, Okay, I can write it in the chat if you like. Okay, my
Just give it. Just write it as a comment. You can
okay.
just put a comment.
Okay, I can write it here in the comment field. My Instagram profile, you will find it easily, is called Arno Müller Official. Arno Müller Official, but you with Müller, Arno Müller Official. You will find it easily, and on Facebook the same. I'm Arno Müller as well, and I think you can make it through. Maybe Fanuel or Miranda at Facebook, you can find me, or through Speakers Arena, you can find me.
I'm going to show it.
What I'm doing, okay, let me do you one special favor, okay? I'm going to give you my personal telephone number. So that is the best thing I can do. And so if everybody have a question, just write me through WhatsApp. I'm fine with that, no problem. So I'm going to put my telephone number here, but please only for good reason.
So meanwhile you're doing that, I would just quickly show all your detailed information here on live session. I would just show it really quick on the screen. So here are the details. I know you can actually see on the screen. On there, we have on Instagram, Arno Müller Official. Same thing on Facebook, and for the phone number, you can actually see it over there as well. That is the number, and those are the accounts of Arno Müller. You can actually join him personally. I hope I didn't make any mistake, Arno.
No, it's perfect. And the telephone number you can use for WhatsApp as well.
Great, amazing. Thank you very much. I know it was an amazing time exchanging with you. And as I said, we meet latest in the worst case on the 27th of March, right?
Definitely, but I myself, I hope to meet you even before.
Definitely. I think
it will be a pleasure.
We're going to go have a drink or something. Definitely. We're going to have a great time. It was an amazing time. I wish you a great night, Arno. And hopefully we'll meet in a couple of weeks or months.
Yeah. So thanks everybody for listening to Michelle Davis and me, and especially to our host Fanuel, and many thanks to Miranda Oben. And I read some in the, I'm very glad to read. And I think that is the very cool community of Speakers Arena, as
Absolutely.
I believe we are having a mutual understanding, and that's great.
Absolutely. Just very shortly, I'm going to show a comment from Miranda Oben herself. She actually thanks you, Arno, for your speech, for relating to the George Floyd commemoration, which we all have, and for acknowledging the fact that one world also reflects one vision, which the Speakers Arena endorses. He thanks you. He thanks Michelle Davis. She thanks you. She thanks Michelle Davis. She also thanks me. Thank you, Miranda, for the comment. Thank you as well for the vision. Thank you as well for the empowerment which you share with us. And hopefully we are meeting on the 27th of March. Do you want to comment that, Arno? Maybe before we leave?
Wow, I'm very excited. I think the whole world is in progress, and the world is changing, and it's our responsibility to change. Michelle also talked about changing and about responsibility. So if all of us doing our small piece in the world, we are going to have a big impact. Getting things better every day, step by step, will change society as well. It makes the society, the world better. And that is what I hope we are all going to do together as a part at Speakers Arena. And yeah, I'm very happy to be a part of that.
and I'm glad to be here today. So
Great.
many thanks for.
Great. Thanks again. Arno, I wish you a good time, and let's meet as soon as possible. Goodbye.
The line.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being here. As you know, we had two amazing guests, starting with Michelle Davis, who was with us with Exchange, actually an amazing time. I was also with Arno Müller, and both three of us, we had an amazing time discussing idea, be it medicine, health, mind, the body, the spirit, but also business, talking about production, book writing, and storytelling. As you know, we are meeting on the 27th of March, and we actually have the confirmation of all the speakers who are present here for the speakers arena. And Mr. Arno is going to be present live on stage, as well as Michelle Davis. They are going to be live on stage. Michelle Davis was actually there last year. She was present, and next year she is going to be present. As you can see from the picture, she was actually there with the banner. She was an amazing speaker. I admired her speech. And if you really want to share the inspiration and you really want to be changed and revived as well, you know where to be on the 27th of March. That being said, I wish you all a good evening. I thank you all for being here. I thank all the people who were commenting, be it Martina Halle, Lisa, Van Valentine, everybody else. It's a great time spending. It is a great time with you here live on Facebook, and we're meeting on Wednesday with two other amazing speakers. Till then, I wish you a good time and see you on Wednesday. Bye.